back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Today's show is pasta stuffed peppers, number 220. We're going to start out with the ingredients. We have Italian seasoning, onion and garlic powder, sea salt, black pepper, parsley, mushrooms, pasta, your choice of color of pepper, some onion and garlic. I'm doing shallot, a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm going to start out by spraying my pan, and I have this fancy thing that comes with this oven over here. You can use any kind of pan or dish that you want that you can put in the oven, any oven that you want. So, let's move some of these ingredients out of the way. And start with the pasta. My pasta is all cooked. It looks really good. So I have that. I'm going to set that aside. I have my next pan here, which I'm going to turn the burner up on high to get it hot. Now I've already washed these, and I'm going to cut the lids off and pop the inside out. I have my stove preheating to 400. This is a pretty simple meal, and it's really, really good. Now I'm going to take and pour just a little bit of olive oil inside these, just like that. It's just a little tip to make them better. If you want, give them a little swirl. Put them in here like this. Hopefully they stay up in that greased pan. And just throw them in the oven. Use any kind of oven you want. Let's put these in also. I put the inside face down because the outside is a little tougher than the inside, a little less apt to burn. Now I take my pan that I'm going to cook in, a couple of turns of oil, and of course the ingredients and instructions, you know, you'll find at my website, which is jamestdds.blogspot.com. So you don't have to write everything down now. That's where you'll find all the measurements and the ingredients and everything. Also, too, before I forget, click on the subscribe button. It's in the lower right-hand corner, and hit the bell. So when I drop new videos, you'll get notified, and you can see the videos that are in all of my list. I'm going to start, while this is getting hot, by cutting up my onions and garlic. So for the onion, I cut in the center, just like that. Then I have to get the outside canopy off, and these little red shallots are kind of messy with that. So you just pop that right off. If they're real fresh, which I want to say green, but you know, they're a purple onion, you could just do this, give it a little cut, and then that gives you a little relief cut, and it tends to come off a little bit easier than if you do it any other way. Then we want to cut up to small pieces. This has to be pre-cooked to go into this pepper, because otherwise you're going to be eating raw onions and garlic, and that will not taste good at all. So I just do it like that. Then you can pitch the core. Let's do it again. And if they're too large, just rock your knife from heel to toe, right over the top of them. Get them the way you want them. You know, there's really no right or wrong way when you're cooking. I guess the only wrong way would be burnt. Been there, done that. Not everything I've cooked has come out perfect. Garlic. Knock off the end, just like that. Same thing on this one, just knock off the end, just like that. And you can try to fight with the paper to get the paper off. I have a jar that I put them in. Tumble them. I can see the paper's coming right off. Wish I was the guy that thought of that. I'd be a millionaire. There's your paper. Comes right off. So cool. Garlic. Smash. And then chop. Put this in like that. Then I want to stir them around in the oil. If you need to, put in more oil. Especially if you're on the keto diet, you can have oil. You can have protein, you can have oil. Oh, it smells so good. Onions, garlic. Sometimes people put more ingredients in as well. Let's let these sit for 1 minute. This has been cooking for about a minute. I just want to drop in some celery. I had it pre-cut up when I get my grocery order. Put that in, put the lid on, just like that. 1 more minute. It's been a minute, so now I want to put my pasta in here. Smells good. You don't cook this too long because you don't want to burn it up. Nothing's worse than burnt onions or garlic. I have a little pasta ladle here. It's funny how these little pastas really expand out when you cook them. Beef broth, we'll put that in a minute. Here's some mushrooms. Sprinkle of mushrooms. Splash. vegetable stock. Pasta will absorb that. Cover this, that'll steam it instead of overcooking. Things are starting to look really good here and smell good, but let's just kick it up a notch by putting in some ingredients. Okay, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, sorry about that banging. This apparently is a new one. We're sitting at the back. And I like onion and garlic, so I can't have too much. Black pepper. Parsley. All these are fairly mild ingredients. This is the only strong one here. That's the salt. And I'm using the big kosher salt. I put in a lot less salt than a lot of cooks put in. You can always salt it more later if you want. See that? How good it's looking? Let's let it sit for another minute or two. Can't rush it. Now, it's been a few minutes and it's time to go ahead and to fill the peppers with our mix. So get some nice insulated gloves. Even though this thing is rubber, it gets hot. Pull it out. I'm going to close this oven door, keep the heat in. So I just take my ladle, kind of give it a quick stir here. I want a little bit of everything in this. And then you just literally take and fill these. These are going to be really good. They smell really good right now. This is really exciting. This is why I cook, because I can't wait to eat this. Had a little trouble though there with it falling over. Let's use the tops as bracing to keep them from falling over. And what's really nice is when I overflow and they fall right in the wastebasket. Couldn't plan that if I tried. Okay, now let's take and put the gloves back on again. Open the oven door. I have 10 minutes at 400 degrees. You know how when you're cooking you get a little hungry? Well, what's nice is when you're making something like this and you have a little bit extra, you just scoop it out in a bowl for yourself. Just like that. Put a fork and a spoon in it, and you got a little snack while it's cooking. Well, I hear the oven beeping, so that's a good sound. Let's go ahead and put the gloves on. pull out these little rascals. That looks really good. And I tell you, I wish you could smell this. Mmm. Ah, it's delicious. So there we go. I have them all set. What I'll do now is I'll plate them up so you can see what they look like.